welcome back to another video. Today we are back and I am in Machanic, which I've never really done a video on, but today like a few days ago, I published a big project I've been working on to the workshop. I wanted to make a video on it because why not? Alright, let's just get into it. Alright, so first we need to get a lift spawned in. Now I've been working on my 5-story elevator, and it basically has tons of instructions here in the description, tons and tons of parts, and this is basically the elevator. You can barely see, but there's some logic in there, and that's each floor. And I also have each part for it. So this is the frame. Obviously there's been some changes going from the frame to elevator, and then this is the elevator. Also there's been some changes too on that, but yeah. Alright, let's just spawn it in. And here it is. Now when first spawning it in, you have to actually reset it, because when you spawn it in, it's basically just, blinking on and off. Now it thinks it's supposed to stop on the second floor, but it's not. So you just gotta go all the way up to reset it. Go all the way up to the roof, and then this is basically the control room. Open the door. As you can see, there's tons of blinking. You press the reset button. Now whenever there's like blinking like that, press the reset button or press one of the reset buttons. These are all reset buttons. Of course, you can spam them all you want. Doesn't matter, because you're just resetting it. Now it's not all on the 5th floor, however it is. Now this is the reset for the floor selector. This is the reset for the buttons on the outside and the lights for them. So if something's leaking out there, you can reset it here. And these are the resets for the elevator door. Where you just press, this is the easiest thing to do, is just press to reset it all. Alright, anyway, we'll come back to that later and show you how it works. I'll also show you some prototypes down there. Okay, so the controls are pretty easy, simple. Lights, that's all it's connected to, nothing special about that. Floor selection, so 4th floor, 5th floor, 3rd floor, 2nd floor, 1st floor. This is the alarm. Even though this doesn't really sound like a real elevator door, elevator alarm, I still kind of like it, and there's not really anything that's close to a bell ringing sound, but whatever. And then this is the emergency 1st floor. You can't really do emergency stop, and you can, kind of. It would have to stop to the nearest floor, because you can't just stop pistons right where they are. You can't really do that. But you can do it with mods, but I really wanted to make this have no mods at all, which I did, and there's a lot of logic. It's as simple as that. So we'll just go to the 1st floor. Alright, it's pretty quick, but from going from like the 1st floor to the 2nd, not really. That's because it's going to be the same time no matter what. No matter which floor you're going to, it's going to be the same time, the same ride time, basically. Because either they're all going at the same time, some of them are going, or one of them are going, and they're all at the same speed, so it's all going to be the same time. So, here's the thing. If you spam it or press it too fast like this, you can get into something bad like this. It's basically shaking, and as you can see, we're basically slowing down, getting stuck. All you really have to do is just press it better, like press it like how you normally would. Like that. Just press it normally, don't press it too quick. And then when you're going up, as you can see, the door's like glitching out. That's because you need to reset it. Whenever something happens like that, you have to reset it. Simple. As you can see, this is blinking. I'm pretty sure now, since this is on, it's probably means this one, I think. Or it's this one. I don't know. Even though I created it, it's still kind of confusing the way I wired it up. Basically, the blue is the door. This is basically, this is a safety system actually. So basically you have to be on the floor to be able to select a floor, if you know what I mean. That's sort of why we have that emergency button, which basically bypasses this, which is another safety system, and goes directly to the motors. Now this safety system is basically a door safety system. Basically there's sensors here and there. You can't actually see them. But basically if the door is there, then the door's open, meaning the elevator will not move. But if the door's closed, then the door will be able to move. There's a lot of logic for the door, by the way. There's all this, and then this. Basically, it just does that with an AND gate. That's for the door. This door. I can click or whatever. And then this goes into here, which is the door selector. I'll show you how that works down in our prototype, which works. These are the sensors. There's actually sensors on the elevator right there, and basically it senses changes, like right there. It senses that, and this is also another sensor. So like that, there, and they're all moving over, and they're different colors. It's not a mess up, glitch or anything. They're supposed to be there to allow the elevator to work. Okay. So these go into here, and this is basically just these things, the floor indicators. Yeah, yeah. And basically, they just run into door or memory gate, and I'll show you the door in a prototype. This just moves into an ands and ors. There's no point of the or. I don't know why I put it there, but basically it just goes here to here. I could just these directly into here. I don't know what I was doing there, but whatever. It still works, and that's what matters. But these are basically timers to tell when the elevator should move after the door closes. That's when it should move. And I'll show you that in prototype. These are basically door or basically just when it's selected, when the buttons are selected, it goes on, and when it reaches the floor, the floor, it turns it off. Alright, this is just a power box decoration. It doesn't actually do anything. You can see there's like nothing here. Pipe also for decoration. And actually under here is the pistons, and that is just there to cover it. And I made a caution blocks for decoration. And last, these things are the alarms for arriving and leaving, or arriving at a floor, and when you pass a floor. Basically, we have a timer that goes into an exclusive OR gate, and then this is an OR gate that moves into all three of them, which basically makes I meant this is an AND gate actually, which moves into this timer, which makes it only, so like if I flick a lever, so like if I make this go on, it will only be on for 0.475 seconds. And same with like this, that's 0.1 seconds. And yeah, that's basically that. Alright, so if we go into here, this basically just opens it so you can get onto here. Yeah, you can change the sounds here if you want to. I don't care. Do whatever you want with this. But this is just on the elevator. We're legit on the elevator right now. To get out, you have to like crouch and close it then. Now, last thing I'm going to show you with the elevator, I'm going to call it down to show this. So the button's on. You can see when it arrives, the button goes out. And I really like that feature. I was really happy with it. Now, for example, if we like break the elevator and to see we're not working, and for whatever reason when you select it, it doesn't work, you can't go back down, which normally does work, and the door will open eventually. That wasn't fast enough. There, that's pretty fast. For whatever reason, you need to use this thing. I can't get a scenario. Alright, so we're gonna go up, and we're gonna flick the switch. We're going up, you flick it, it's gonna force it back down, no matter what. The doors are gonna open, no matter what. Then when you flick it back, it's gonna go back up to what you selected. It's gonna close the door, even though it's going fast. You flick it, force it, no matter what, even if the doors aren't closed, it's gonna go. I mean, it's gonna close the doors, but no matter what. Alright, we'll just ride the elevator back down one more time. First we need to reset, so it's gonna be glitchy. You need to reset it. Now keep in mind when this is on, no matter what you selected, the elevator's not gonna move. Doesn't matter. I mean, if you do this, the elevator's just more broken now. It's just, oh. Oof. Oh. Oh, yay. But let's just go set this elevator one last time. And then I'll show you some of the prototypes and how they work. Reset. That shows those working. Alright, anyway, that's basically the elevator. Now we're gonna go to the prototypes that I made. There's the other one. Okay, this is the first one I made. This was before I actually started building the elevator. But basically this is the floor selection, and I just did up and down. Now everything I show here is inverted in the actual elevator. So like the 5th floor doesn't activate all of them, instead it deactivate all of them, and instead of the 1st floor. You'll see. So basically you press it. Each button is connected to each individual memory, and then this just resets it all. You can span it all you want. Doesn't really matter. You can do, and basically they activate a certain amount. So we bring it down. As you can see, it's like all the same amount of time, no matter what. Then we select this. You can see so like the 1st floor is like none. So basically these are like hooked up to the pistons. And since you can't have more than one thing hooked up to it, so it has to be just tons of OR gates. This is, so when you press this, that's none. There's 1 active, 2 active, 3 active, 4 active. And as you can see, these all go into, so like this goes into 1, this goes into 2, this goes into 3, this goes into all 4. And then like this, when you press a button, this is really confusing here, but basically it activates the one it's supposed to activate. It activates the one it's supposed to activate. So like this, it's supposed to activate that, and then deactivates all the rest. And does the same for all of them. This activates that one, deactivates all the rest. This activates that one, deactivates all the rest. So it's, even though this looks kind of complicated, it's actually not. And basically this just resets all of them. Alright, so we'll move on to this one, which is basically this is a little more complicated. Basically we have a NOR, OR, which is memory, and then this just deactivates it. So basically when you press it after 1 second, just, so this can be anything. This can be 5 seconds. So after 5 seconds it'll deactivate. I don't really remember what exactly we have. I'm pretty sure it's like something weird with like that, the right slider or something. I don't know. But basically when you're on the sensor, it's the door's open. When you're off the sensor, the door's closed. Now these both have to be active in order to actually be open. So this is an AND gate moving into a NOR gate, which inverts it, making it on when it's off. And this basically, since they're both going into the AND gate, and then this sensor is powering the timer, they both have to be on. So even if you're just tapping it like this, it doesn't matter, because they both have to be on. That has to be on, so the sensor has to be on in order to be on. Basically like that. And then this, what it does, it tilts the sensor away, so the door will close, allowing the elevator to move up. So the sensor wouldn't matter, it wouldn't see anything because the elevator's gone. So it's kind of hard to show, but they move off, and then the elevator closes, or the door closes, and you just kind of tap it as you're moving. Obviously this is hooked up, each one is hooked up to a different one, so it's not going to open like that, since they're all different sensors. If I show you over here, some of the first floor one's underground. But basically, this fourth floor one sensor is here, and it's actually on a color mode, which basically that's the floor of the elevator. And all there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll leave the link to the workshop down in the description. And I will leave a link to the elevator in the description. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And